Okay, so today we're actually going to make a completed circuit, and then we'll measure the voltage, voltage and the current, and then we're going to calculate the resistance. So we're going to figure out what the resistance of one of these light bulbs is. So first, we're going to plug it in. So this is powered off of a USB port, and you can see, it's pretty bright when it's lit up. Okay, so we need to figure out how to get the power from over here to our light bulbs. So really, it's pretty simple. We're going to connect one of our jumpers from this pin over here to this pin over here. And now that one has the full voltage. And to complete the circuit, we need to connect the negative side together. And we have a light bulb lit up. And we're going to use our multimeter again, and we're going to measure the voltage, and we're going to measure the current. So first, the voltage, I'm going to put it all the way to 20 in our voltage area, and I can just hold these, one on positive, one on negative, and we're getting about 5 volts, and that's what it should be, because USB is powered by 5 volts. Okay, so we know the voltage is 5 volts. Now we have to measure how much current is flowing through this. So in order to do that, we need to take one of these jumpers off, and we need to connect it to our multimeter. And before we do anything else, we have to change the setting. So right now, I'm going to change it to 200 milliamps. So now I'm going to put this where that jumper used to be. And we can see that it's getting about 127 milliamps. So that's, if in full amps, that'd be 0.127. So using Ohm's law, okay, voltage is equal to current times resistance. Okay, and since we know that the voltage is 5, and we know that the current is 0.127, we can figure out the resistance. So you take 5 divided by 0.127, and you get 39 ohms. So that's the resistance of just one of our light bulbs.
So since you guys can't actually build your circuit hands-on, what I've done is I've put a link to this simulator so that you can actually play around with making your own circuits. So I'm just going to make a simple circuit. I'm going to take a battery. Okay, you can see there's 2 ends, and I'm going to take a light bulb. Now I'm going to connect the battery there, and then I'm going to connect this to one side of the light bulb. And I'm going to take a second wire and go from this side of the battery to the other side of the light bulb. And you can see it lights up. Good. Now, if we want to actually measure some things, we'll use these over here. So the voltmeter. Okay, so I can go from one side of the battery to the other, and it's 9 volts. So this is modeled as a 9-volt battery. Now, if I want to measure the current, remember I have to put this in series. I have to put that in line with the circuit. So I'm going to have to disconnect this wire. So I'm going to click and cut. And now I can take the ammeter and put it right in there. And so it's measuring 0.9 amps. So because of Ohm's law, V equals I times R, the voltage is 9, the current is 0.9. So to find the actual resistance of the light bulb, and we take 9 and we divide it by 0.9. And that gives us a resistance of 10 ohms. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to try to build another circuit like this, but instead of just one light bulb, I want you to put in 2. So you would have one wire going here and then another wire connecting these 2 together. And try to figure out what the current is and what the total resistance is. Okay?